Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 11th of August 2021 and now we are going to discuss 5 current affair based MCQs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But first let us discuss the question that was asked yesterday, and yesterday's question was, who was the Viceroy of India when the British India's capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi? A. Lord Curzon, B. Lord Dalhousie, C. Lord Hardinge, and D. Lord Dufferin. You have to choose the correct answer, and some of you have given the correct answer as well. Yesterday it was Abzur Qureshi, Pankaj Verma, and Shubham Basak who gave the correct answer. And the correct answer is C. Lord Hardinge. So it was during the tenure of Lord Hardinge that the capital of India was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. Okay, so Lord Curzon, if you see, Lord Curzon is the Governor General during whose tenure that the partition of Bengal took place, and Dalhousie, as we have discussed already in the previous videos, that Dalhousie is very famous for his doctrine of lapse, and during his tenure that the Widow Remarriage Act was drafted, and so on and so forth. Okay, now let's move on. And guys, as you know, daily we upload 5 current affair based MCQs with their solutions in this PDF format. So you can download this PDF from our Telegram channel, and the Telegram channel details are there in the description. So this will be very helpful for your prelims, and make sure that you use this to your maximum advantage. Now let's look at the first question. Consider the following statements with respect to the PM-KISAN Scheme. First one, it is a financial assistance scheme of the central and the state governments to the farmers, where they get rupees 6,000 rupees monthly as minimum income support. Second one, the entire responsibility of identification of beneficiary farmer families rests with the state or union territory government, UT government. So we have to choose the correct answer. So A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So the first statement, if you see, it is a financial assistance given by the central or state government to the farmers, 6,000 rupees monthly. So this is wrong because the money is given by the central government, and that is yearly. 6,000 rupees is given yearly as an income support. So the first statement is wrong. And second statement, if you see, the entire responsibility of identification of beneficiaries farmer family rests with the state or union government, the union territory government. This is the right statement. So the correct answer is B 2 only. Okay, so recently a Prime Minister has released the next installment of a financial benefit under the PM-KISAN scheme. It is a financial assistance scheme of central government to the farmers, where they get rupees 6,000 annually as the minimum support income. And it became operational in 2018. It is a 100% centrally funded scheme without the involvement of any state government, and the amount provided under the scheme will be distributed equally in 3 equal installments every 4 months. The farmer will be able to receive 2,000 in his bank account. As per the eligibility criteria, any one of the member of the family from their husband or wife can get the benefit from this PM-KISAN scheme, and it is the state government or the union territory administration who will identify the beneficiaries. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. The second question, consider the following statements with respect to Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC. First one, it is the international body set up by WMO, that is the World Meteorological Organization, and UNEP, the United Nations Environment Program, for assessing the science related to climate change. Second statement, the IPCC do not carry out original research, nor does it monitor climate or related phenomena. So we have to choose the correct answer. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So this question, if you see, the first statement, it is an international body set up by WMO and UNEP. This is right. And the second statement also is right, because this does not carry on any original research. Rather than it gives its views on the existing. That means the scientists will use the existing material to give their views. So both the statements are correct. C both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. So recently the Geneva-based IPCC have released their report as part of the 6th assessment report and the periodic status check that has now become most widely accepted scientific view of the state on the Earth's climate. And this IPCC is an intergovernmental body established in 1988 by the World Meteorological Organization and the UNEP. And it was later endorsed by even the United Nations General Assembly as well. And the membership is open to all members of the WMO and UN. Okay. So this IPCC, if you see, it produces reports that contribute to the work of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, that is UNFCCC, the main international treaty on climate change. And the objective of this UNFCCC, if you see, it is to stabilize the greenhouse gases that are existing in the atmosphere. And stabilizing this is very, very important for the atmosphere and climate of the earth. The IPCC's fifth assessment report was critical scientific input into the UNFCCC's Paris Agreement in 2015. The IPCC report covers the scientific, technical, and socio-economical information relevant to the understanding the scientific basis of the risk of human-induced climate change. Right? The IPCC does not carry any individual research, rather than, as I told already, it will use all the existing resources to give their views. And the 5 previous assessment reports that have come out since the IPCC was established in 1988, they have formed the basis of international climate change negotiations and the actions of the government. So this is a very important body, and the views of this body is considered very important in the world negotiations as well as the policies of the country. Now let's move on to the third question. Which of the following factors are responsible for the increase in price of the edible oils in India? First one, seasonality. Second one, supply chain constraints. Third one, decrease in transportation cost. And fourth one, mismatch in the demand and supply. We have to choose the correct answer. So if you see the four options, so the first is seasonality. Because of the seasons, the prices of oils changes. This is right. And second one, the supply chain constraints. Yes, because of the COVID and all, the supply chain constraints has enormously, decreased the supplies. And because of this, there is a huge rise in the demand, and the production being remaining the same and also less, the prices have increased. And the third statement, if you see, it is given decreased transportation cost. The decreased transportation cost will generally lead to decrease in the prices and not increase in the prices. Okay, so the third one, that is the decrease in transportation cost, is a wrong one. But the fourth one is right, that is mismatch in demand and supply. Because when there is a mismatch in demand and supply, the prices will generally rise. So only the third one is wrong. So the correct answer is B, 1, 2 and 4. Okay. So the price of edible oils has increased rapidly in the last 5 years from 2016 to 21, and if you see the palm oil is one of the edible oils that saw a steep increase in the prices in the last 5 years. And the factors responsible for increase in edible oil prices, if you see, the seasonality, supply chain constraints, increased transportation cost, mismatch in demand and supply, increase in international prices of edible oils, and the shortfall in the domestic production owing to the adverse weather conditions. So because of all these factors, generally we will see a rise in the price of this edible oil. Edible oil is the oil which people generally consume for their cooking purpose. Okay, now let's move on to the fourth question. And the fourth question is, consider the following statements with respect to the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, AMOC. First one, it is the Atlantic branch of thermohaline circulation which helps to distribute heat and nutrients throughout the world ocean basins. Second one, the Gulf Stream as part of AMOC is responsible for mild climate at the eastern coast of North America as well as Europe. So we have to choose the correct answer. So A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So the correct answer is C both 1 and 2. So this Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation is, if you see, it is nothing but the ocean currents in the Atlantic Ocean. The ocean currents in the Atlantic Ocean, and it is the Atlantic branch of thermohaline circulation which helps to distribute heat and nutrients throughout the world ocean basins. And the Gulf Stream as a part of AMOC is responsible for mild climate at the eastern coast of North America as well as Europe. Okay. So according to the recent IPCC report, the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation is losing its stability, and as it is losing its stability, the climate change, actually it is enhancing this climate change. This AMOC is basically a large system of ocean currents, and it is the Atlantic branch of the ocean conveyor belt or thermohaline circulation, and it distributes heat and nutrients throughout the world ocean basins. The AMOC carries warm surface waters from the tropics towards the northern hemisphere, where it cools and sinks, and it then returns to the tropics and then to the South Atlantic as a bottom current. From there it is distributed to all ocean basins via the Atlantic Circumpolar Current. The Gulf Stream as part of AMOC is a warm current responsible for mild climate at the eastern ocean of North America as well as Europe, And if you see the impact of the collapse of this AMOC, it is going to change the climate of, or it is going to influence the climate of North America as well as Europe, because it is going to influence the Gulf Stream as well, and the rainfall and the snowfall in this region is going to get affected. And Gulf Stream, which is a warm current, is part of this AMOC, and this is responsible for the mild climate at eastern coast of North America as well as Europe, because this Gulf Stream, actually what it does is it helps the water to remain in liquid state. It does not let the water to solidify, and also this will bring in some rainfalls as well. You can say it will also have an impact on the El Nino, definitely, because El Nino, as you know, it has impact of everything that is happening across the globe, and this will also cool the area over the northern Atlantic and the neighboring areas over the Greenland, Iceland and the Norwegian seas, and to the south of Greenland, and a significant southward rain belt migration over the top Atlantic. So these are the major things that will happen because of this Atlantic meridional overturning circulation losing its stability. Okay, now let's see the fifth question. The salinization occurs when the irrigation water accumulated in the soil evaporates, leaving behind salts and minerals. What are the effects of salinization on the irrigated lands? Okay, it's a previous year CSE question of 2011. First one, it greatly impacts crop production. Second one, it makes some soils impermeable. Third one, it raises the water table. And fourth one, it fills the air spaces in the soil with water. So we have to choose the correct answer. So here the correct answer is B. It makes some soils impermeable, because the salinization basically occurs when this irrigated water, it gets accumulated in the soil, okay, and it evaporates, leaving behind the salts and minerals, and these salts and minerals will fill in the pores and it will make the soils impermeable. So unless the salts and minerals are washed down into the groundwater, the sodium and other ions are absorbed by the colloidal clay particles, and because of this what will happen is that the pores in the soil reduces, which makes them more impermeable, and it leads to the defluctuation of the particles, and the soil becomes structureless and impermeable to the water. This is the main thing. So it will become impermeable, right? So impermeable is nothing but having holes and allowing the air to flow through it. That is called permeability. Okay? Now let's look at the question of the day, and the question of the day is, who was the founder of All India Muslim League? A. Syed Ahmad Khan, B. Aga Khan, sorry, this is B, yeah, B. Aga Khan, C. Muhammad Iqbal, and D. Nawab Salimullah Khan. So you have to choose the correct answer, and tomorrow we are going to discuss this question. Okay, and guys, as you know, we have launched these initiatives: the Vision Prelims Test Series Summary, Vision PT 365 Summary, Vision Mains Test Series Summary, and Vision Monthly Magazine Summary as well. So you can use all of these summaries to enhance your preparation, and do make the best use of these initiatives. And also you can check the quality of these initiatives by joining our Telegram channel, and the Telegram channel details are there in the description. If you have any doubt, you can ask us in the comment box as well. We will definitely get back to you. Right? So that's it, friends, for the day. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.